everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're here with another new series, yet another one, that I will be starting today, The Long Dark. This one is not new to me. Probably I've put the Planet Zoo video out by now. That video was, obviously I went on a bit in there about how I'd never played that game before, and I've never played a game on this channel or the Twitch channel that I had never played before in my life. So this was a new experience, but The Long Dark is an old friend of mine. If you've come to my streams, if you know me at all, you know that I love this game. I have been following it since 2012, 2013, it might be 2013. When it came, basically I've been following it since it released a beta version on Steam, and I watched Stacey Plays play it, who has an item in the game named after her. I bought it the moment that it was out of beta, the moment I had money and my own Steam account. I love this game. In my mind, this is everything a survival game should be. Obviously, I also have the Winter Mute. Oh, it crashed? Oh, you can, allow access to the game. I don't know why I need the app. I do have Winter Mute. Don't know what that was about. I do have Winter Mute, which is the story mode of this game. I bought it because I bought it so soon after the game came out. I bought it before they split. So recently, somewhat recently, it's been a couple of months, they split the game into survival mode and Winter Mute. Those are the two versions that you can buy on Switch. On Steam, the Switch versions, I believe, are still the same. Back to home, please. I am going to, however, continue to play the survival mode, because I fucking love survival mode. It's so good. I've played the first episode of Winter Mute once. I can't really remember it. We might do a Winter Mute story mode kind of playthrough on this channel at some point, but it's not massively my style with this game. I love a story game, but I'm here for the survival when it comes to this game. I love this game. I love this game. So, yeah, that's a bear. Look at it. I could wax lyrical for ages and ages and ages about how much I love The Long Dark and how much I love Hinterland Studios and how they never rush updates and there is so much love put into this game. But I'm sure that I will say that as we play the game, so let's get started. The March update is available now, but also we've just got it. And we are going to make a new game because since the update that split the game into two, all the games that existed prior to the split have been deleted. So that's the one, downside to it, because they split the games into two so that they could devote more attention to both parts rather than trying to run them as one full experience, right? Great idea, great choice. I think it's meant that a lot of people I know have gotten into the game who wouldn't have before, because people don't want to buy a story mode experience if they're survival game players and so on and so forth. So I think that was a really good choice. I do miss my long run that I had. It wasn't particularly long actually, but I was quite proud of it. I had a stream game that I was playing on Twitch. But this just gives us a chance to start anew. I am going to stick with Pilgrim for now. Pilgrim is the easiest mode. This isn't because I'm bad at the game. It is because in Voyager and Stalker and Interloper, those three modes include wildlife attacking you. So wolves, bears, moose, I believe there are moose in the game. I've never encountered one. Timberwolves. They'll all attack you in Voyager upwards. I can't handle that. I can't do it. I'm just about getting to the point of bravery where I might play that on my Switch, but I can't do it at the moment. It's a jump scare for me. It's a jump scare. It's a level of fear that I'm not okay with. And so we'll build our way up and I'll get used to jump scares and then we can start a Voyager route. But for now, we're going to stick with Pilgrim. We're going to stick with what I know. And we're gonna just keep it nice and easy and safe. So, For new or experienced players most interested in pensive exploration, most survival elements tuned to be very forgiving. Wildlife will not attack unless provoked, allows for 5 active feats. I don't have any feats unlocked, I haven't completed any of the challenges, for the exact same reason that I always play on Pilgrim. The wolves attack you with the challenges. Again, I started playing this game when I was 13, and I think really that above all else, I was a young child, a wee individual, and I think that it just ingrained a fear of the wildlife in the long dark into me that is perhaps unwarranted. But who even cares, right? Let's get started with that though. We could do a custom sandbox, which we might do once I'm happy with our experience on this run, either once we die or once we reach a milestone like 100 days. I'm at 85 days on my longest run on Switch. I've travelled through Mystery Lake up to Broken Railroad, and I've forged arrowheads and all of this stuff that's very exciting to me. I think I always want to start at Mystery Lake is the thing, because I love Mystery Lake. Mystery Lake is massive amounts of, there's nostalgia for me in Mystery Lake, but I always play the same game in Mystery Lake. However, I played a game in Mountain Town, that's what my Switch game was on, and I hated it, so we won't be starting in Mountain Town. No offense to the town of Milton, it was lovely, but it just was creepy. You were going in and out of all of these houses. You can travel between these regions, but this is your starting point. It's whether you know the starting point, and I really know Mystery Lake. I love Mystery Lake. But I'm gonna be brave. Pleasant Valley, I'm thinking, or Coastal Highway. I've never started in Pleasant Valley. I have played a little bit in Coastal Highway. So we're not doing Desolation Point. These are the kind of the connecting regions. So, you know, you can walk through these. And the ones that are close together are the ones that connect. Obviously, you can't get directly from Desolation Point to Hush River Valley. You have to go through all the rest of it. Timberwolf Mountain. I think we're going to go with Coastal Highway. Intermediate players, see, I scare myself. Advanced players, never mind, we're sticking with Coastal Highway, lads. Let's play Female Survivor because I'm just used to that, and this is YouTube smiley face. A mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can you survive? I was trying to be quick there, and then I realised it wasn't going to load in without me telling it. Am I going to spawn in it at night? Oh, my fight or flight immediately does trigger on the moment this game starts. Oh, okay. Oh, I know where we are. Oh, I know where we are. Lol, I could go to Mystery Lake if I wanted to. Literally that way. That railroad tunnel. It's the progression point to Mystery Lake. But we're not going to do that. Oh. This is the other thing. This game is stunning. What's my starting material really fast? That's enough for one fire. I can get in usual clothes. Do I have... We're going to need to find a hunting knife and a hatchet. Those are the two most important pieces of equipment for the game. I'd always prioritize a hatchet over a hunting knife, but it really is the luck of the draw in this game. It's whatever you find. The first half of the game is always about foraging as much as anything. It's not literal foraging as much as foraging in the landscape that you have found yourself in the urban parts of the landscape. You go through houses and find literally anything that you can find. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the way to Mystery Lake. One of these is the way to Mystery Lake, but I don't know the way down from here without falling to my death. The train unloading. Okay. Here's the thing. I will go to Mystery Lake in episode 1 if I can't find my way to a house otherwise, because I feel like that's a little bit important. Me personally, I would personally like to have a house episode 1. Ooh, a dead guy. A dead guy with a hatchet. My favorite kind of dead guy. Do you have any food on you? Oh, my absolute favorite kind of dead guy. I'm also going to pick up everything, even the stuff I don't necessarily really need. Okay, so yeah, this is the opposite. This is where you can't get through here. So Mystery Lake is in the other direction. But, oh, I'm really glad that we have a hatchet. Honestly, that's a massive relief, because not having a hatchet is a nightmare because you can't break down anything into wood. We're going to go into this house now, and you know, there's all of this shit, right? If I was desperately freezing cold, I could break down this chair into reclaimed wood. Some of them, like this chair, you can do with your hands. It just takes way longer. Some of them you can't. You can't do it unless you have a specific tool, usually a hatchet. Cotton tote, great. Anything in the crate? Nope. Trying to remember the controls for this version of the game. Cargo pants, I'll take it. There's a bed, which is good. Work boots are definitely good. Flashlight is not any use until you're at the point of the game where you want to be forging things, because as far as I've ever discovered, a heavy hammer? Oh my god, you guys. No, 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 put that away. Know how to put that away. No, don't do that. Put that away. How do I put it away on this? Okay, it's been a while. I didn't actually mean to do that. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, so back to the heavy hammer. Back to the heavy hammer. As I said in my my personal game on my Switch, have been traveling to the forge in Broken Railroad from my base, which is, oh, thank fuck, a tin opener. They're really good as well. You need one of those. I've been traveling from my base, which is in Mystery Lake. Ooh, what's that? Advanced guns. I'll take that. And I got all the way to this forge in Broken Railroad and realized I didn't have a heavy hammer, which is the one thing that you need for forging, is you need to get a fire really, really hot, and then you need a heavy hammer. Those are the two things you need to do. You don't need anything else. And every guide I'd read had said, like, you'll find a heavy hammer there. Most of the forges will spawn with a heavy hammer somewhere nearby, just for ease, especially if you're on one of the easier difficulties, which of course I am. Because the heavy hammer, if I pick this up,
oh, lucky day,
is 2 fucking kilograms. Which is, again, they're not kidding, it's a heavy hammer. And when you're late into the game and you've got a lot of gear on you, that's a lot to be carrying around with you. So this is a real moment because I feel like I should take this. I think I'm gonna, yeah, here's the thing. There's no forge, I don't think, in Pleasant Valley. There's one in Forlorn Muskeg, there's one in Broken Railroad. I don't think there's one in Pleasant Valley. This is Coastal Highway. There's definitely not one in Coastal Highway. I might be wrong on that. I don't think there's one in Coastal Highway. But it's just one of those things I feel like I should have. I should keep on me. Right, let's, while we're here, do a quick switcheroo of situations. Wear those. Let's wear that. Let's... Oh, really? I thought I picked up a coat. No, I picked up cargo pants, didn't I? Great. Great. Love that for me. Wool toque, cotton toque. The wool toque is going to be better. Cotton scarf, cotton toque. See, what condition is that? 95% versus 54%. But that's doing better even at a lower level. Even though realistically I would never in my life go out without a scarf in the cold. But whatever. Worn fleece mittens. Kind of, you know, comme ci, comme ça on that. I don't think that's actually what I mean. But, you know, they're fucking the same, aren't they? Work boots are definitely better. It's not showing me the stats. Running shoes are shit. What I will do for now is I think we're going to press on. Because I checked the daylight. Obviously, it's very low in the sky. I'd like to hit somewhere else before settling down for the day. Once we do settle down for the day, I will... I don't know, Work on repairing my clothes. There we go. That is, of course, assuming I can get down this mountain without killing myself. Like, literally falling down the mountain and dying. That wasn't, like, some kind of turn of phrase. There's nothing in there. I love you, Mystery Lake. I'll come back for you. There's fishing in Mystery Lake, you guys. I love to fish. It's really not the best way to stay alive in this game because fish give you barely any calories, and that's really the main resource that you're managing in this game, is trying to keep as many calories as possible at all times, because you're gonna die if you don't eat enough, right? Really the ever-present danger in this game is the cold and starving to death, also dying of thirst, also being, to be fair, the ever-present danger in this game is everything. So if I list all of them, then I'm just describing the game, aren't I? But I think the starvation is the one that I find creeps up on me the most. If I am trapped out in a hurricane or something like that, I know that I am. Obviously, and the hurricane, what are they called? Those big storms. Blizzards. There we go. If I'm trapped out in a blizzard, I know about the blizzard. I'm in the blizzard. You, at the very least, know what's going on, and you're not going to, 9 times out of 10, not going to not realize that you're freezing to death. You will most likely be aware. I find it very easy not to not realize that my character is starving, but to not realize that I don't have much food left. And so then you find yourself in a situation where you thought you had a few days worth of food and you actually don't. So I like having fishing as a really reliable source of food. Okay, so there's birds circling over there and over there, which means there's corpses of some kind in those 2 directions. I want to climb up here and get a good look out at the harbour, and then we can continue our way down, because I want to see what vague direction I should be heading in to look for houses. I do want to get in on the kind of hunting game really early on in this, because I think the mistake I often make, and that people often make in this game, is that the early game, they're like, I can coast by on the processed foods that I can find in houses, but you want to save those, really? Oh, this game's so pretty. Hi birds, I'm very close to you. This game is so pretty. But yeah, I probably want to go that way for houses, though there might be houses closer in this direction. There's probably cabins down there because there's a pillar, but pier. There's always a chance that those are broken. So, broken down houses and they're no use to anyone. And also, I can find a cairn. Thanks to Becca, hashtag 47 something something, for their contribution. Because they put little cairns in the game for people who backed the game when it was in development. I love this game. But yeah, I would like to get some snares set up and find a rabbit grove really early on, because that's a really reliable, if small, search for acorns. I've never done this before. You can eat the acorns. That's so cool. That's cool. I've never done that before. The one thing I don't like about this game is the ominous music. Freaks me out. Freaks me out, and you know, I'm freaked out enough when I'm playing this game. I wonder if you can turn it off. I might consider turning it off, you know? The sun. Where are we at? If I tab, can I see? Yeah, I can see the sun. So we're about midday, a little bit earlier. I'm getting really cold. I am noticing this. I am noticing that I am in fact getting really cold, which is not a problem that I guess my gear is shit. Actually, now that I think about it, my gear is shit. I'm really used to this game where I'm really set up. Like, this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm used to this 85-day long run where I have a lot of problems, but, you know, my gear is not one of them. I have deerskin pants and rabbit skin boots and mittens and stuff in that game. Like, I'm kitted out in some of the warmest stuff that you can get. Oh god, I really am getting quite cold, huh? Hi birds. Hi ominous music. Oh, I go from loving this game to being deeply, wildly uncomfortable, you know? And that is the experience that I think every game should give a viewer. A player? A player. Let's get me a building, please. I'll take any building. Any building. Preferably one with a fireplace. We love a fireplace. We love a fireplace in the long dark. That's one of the other reasons that I didn't stay at that cabin up there. It didn't have anywhere to set a fire. So if I got horribly cold, I'd have to go outside to fix it. Not necessarily a good idea, but sometimes it's your only option, and that's bad. It's bad. It is. Okay, we are down the mountain now. Who would have thought that coming down a mountain would be really fucking cold? Oh, houses. Right at the base of the mountain. I love you. And none of them have a chimney. Great. You can usually tell if there's going to be a fireplace inside of a house because there will be a chimney. Sometimes I don't always check, so I actually don't know if it's not true, but it's true most of the time at the very least. Hi, log sort cabin. Whew. Okay, we are no longer getting colder at the very least. Work boots again. I'll take anything at this stage because I can ultimately break it all down and make it into more stuff. A hoodie, that's good, I think, probably. Hello? Oh, that's not actually a soda. That's disappointing. Ooh, toilet water. Fun fact, this is a true fact from real life, is that the water in the cistern of a toilet is potable, and you can drink it in an emergency situation. There's a lot of stuff I could break down here, but I don't know that we're staying. I guess I'll see what the warmth bonus on the bed is like. Pork and beans. Let's do this. Nope, nothing down here. Anything in the fridge? Come on.
I'll take it.
Water. Ooh, cooked salmon. That I will take. Although that salmon, I'll take it. That salmon had a lot of calories for a fish, so it might just be the fish in the lake are shit, and the other fish are great. But this is a lot of food, and I'm liking that. Come on, come on, come on. Pinnacle peaches.
Okay.
Love it. You want to eat fresh food quickly, because all of this stuff that's in cans, all of the stuff that's in packages, will last forever. You don't want to be eating food that's gone off, you're going to get food poisoning, and any loss to condition is just not a good idea. One time I ate a full tub of peanut butter that was at like 3% quality. That was a bad idea. I got food poisoning like 3 times in a row, and I kept continuing to eat it because I was like, it won't happen twice. It did. It did. It happened like 3 times. But luckily I had enough antibiotics on me to keep going through that, and I survived. But don't do that, kids. Don't be like me. Can't go into the basement. Not allowed, which is good, because basements are fucking creepy, if I'm honest with you. Table. I could break down the table. Ooh, flare. Not much use to a flare. They do technically or supposedly scare off wolves. I'm not sure it's something I've ever particularly experienced, is the scaring off of wolves. Ooh, bloody rag. Love that. Love that. Empty drawer, candy bar. Photos of dead people. Like, everyone who lived here is dead, is the thing, because, you know, it is a survival game. So, like, those are dead people. Lol. Well, my lady hasn't spoken at all. Usually she would be like, I can use this every time that you, like, find something, and never when it's actually stuff that you can use. You find, like, your 15th can of spray paint in the day, and she's like, oh,
Nobody needs
use
this
and you're
anymore.
like, no, you can't. And you find a rifle, and she's like, I'll take it. It's like, yeah, you fucking will. Bed warmth bonus +8. I won't lie to you, I don't pay actually enough attention to warmth bonuses of the different beds to know if that's good or not. That's really bad, isn't it? Where are we at on daylight? I can make it to another... I can make it to another house today. Let's see, can I get anything more? I'm gonna... Yeah, hazard a guess that that's gonna be better. Worn fisherman's sweater, is that better? Yeah, that's... We're getting up there. I'd like an outer layer. An outer layer would be nice. I'd take an outer layer right about now. Let's wear a second pair of socks. Are my second pair of work boots better than the ones I already have? Yes. Have I gotten anything new on this front? No, and I haven't gotten any new gloves yet either. Great. Oh, I didn't search this cabinet. Outer layer? No, because I can't have nice things. Right. We'll hit the other two houses in this area, and then we'll settle in one of them. So, the warmth bonus there is +8. Just trying to remember, because potentially I'll come back if this is the best warmth bonus bed. Oh, that house is boarded up, so that's fucking useless to me, innit? And I doubt this is going to be any better, so... Hey, if we can fish on the sea, I'm going to love that, though. Oh, hey! Hi, dead man. Do you have any food? Hunting knife? No? Okay. Can water purification tablet that I will take. It's good that we're finding water and things to drink because I always massively over prep with water. Can't do that if I kind of find anywhere with a fucking what do you call it? Oh, what do you call it? One of them things. So, is that an outer layer? Was that outer layer? Outer layer? Outer layer? Outer layer? Outer layer. Oh, love an outer layer. I love an outer layer, I do. Do I still have a sprain rest? Alright, let's eat some food then. Get something down you. Let's eat the fresh cooked salmon. Might not be able to eat all of it. That's a hefty piece of salmon. Yeah. Didn't fucking think so, did I? Drink some water. I'm aiming to get the well-fed bonus, which I believe is 48, might be 72 hours without starving or entering a period. Starving in this game counting as, I believe, any point at which your hunger is 0%. So, I'm hoping to get that. Well-fed bonus is really good. It gives you an extra carrying capacity, and that's really useful for a game like this where you are a wanderer. Wolves on the lake. Hey, wolves. There is a fishing hut over there. Sick, dude. Sick. It is also really cold out here, so part of me doesn't want to push on. But we've got half the day of sun, so... I know there's houses down this way, so let's keep going. Hello, the road? Please say I can get through here. Oh my gosh, a deer. A deer without antlers. I've not seen that before. That's new to me. In the game. Obviously, I've seen deer without antlers in real life. I hope that I seem like someone who has seen deer without antlers in real life. Get into this car. Search the glove box. I've never found anything particularly good in cars, but they do provide a slight warmth bonus. Yeah. Anything in the back seats? I guess you could hide here if there was a blizzard. Like, it would... Ooh, field dressing your kill. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's keep going. Coastal town site. Here we go. Any of you got a chimney? I'll come back for these. I'll come back for the cars and stuff. Let's go... I am going to stick with the house for now. We'll come back for that building, which looks to be some kind of a gas station. But I think that at the moment, a house is our best bet. And I don't see any with a visible chimney, so I will be just going with this one. Yeah, okay, they've got an oven. Houses with ovens never have fires. Lantern fuel, take that even if I don't have a feckin' lantern. And then this is probably going to be our last house of the day because it is getting late. And by getting late, I mean it's snowing. It's actually not getting late at all. Definitely not even remotely getting late. I did lie. about that. Pork and beans, pork and beans. Pork and beans is good. We're getting a lot of food, and I will, of course, continue to eat the processed food if it's nothing that, if it's, you know, we don't have anything else. But where possible, where I do find fresh food, I'd like to eat that, and I'd like to keep the processed food as a reserve. Which is what I've got in my other save, where I ran out of processed food, lived entirely on, you know, like hunted game for a while, and then came across a prepper's cache full of it, so much food that it almost like made the game less fun for a while. So I decided that it had to be because it's a survival game, right? If you're not worried about surviving, you're not playing it, right? So this has also got +8, so you know. Obviously I'm not going back at this point, but just saying, we haven't passed our better bed for this. But I've dumped a bunch of it in my base and decided that it's my reserve for if I run out of fresh food for whatever reason. Because otherwise, like, I was just... You don't have anything to do if you don't need food. So I had to make myself need food, I suppose. Right, did I get this drawer? No. I'd like a hunting knife. I thought that was someone's feet, genuinely, and I was like, an upside down corpse is new, and I don't... Oh, I'm in the shower. Look at me. Squeaky clean. I didn't realise you could go in the showers. Right, I have got a sprain wrist at the moment, but don't worry, I'll get better. Take all of that, please. And then... Cool. That's probably everything that we can get for now. It's still going to be snowing out there, innit? And if I go to the gas station today, I'm just going to have to come all the way back. So let's just get ourselves a bit situated in this house. This is not going to be where we make our base. Probably won't find the base this episode because you've got to assess the best places to have a base versus the places to not have a base. And usually I just know where I'm going to have a base because I am based. But also because my brain's dying. Also because I know Mystery Lake so well, and I'm usually in Mystery Lake. Let's keep the ragged wool socks, and then these have the best condition. Yeah, cool. I doubt I found a better inner layer, but it's always possible. Definitely not a decent wool shirt. Good news, we have 2 outer layers now. So we have a windbreaker. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of the clothes that we're not wearing and we're going to break them down. Harvest. And so harvesting it into cloth has a couple of purposes, but mainly it means that I can then use that to repair my other clothes. The condition of your other clothes gets better as the stats of your other clothes get better as the condition increases. So often if I have a piece of new gear, I will repair it to the level of the gear I already have before I compare stats, because otherwise it's not a fair comparison, and I could harvest a piece of otherwise really good gear for the sake of it not being repaired when I got it. But usually it's just worth breaking down anything you know has worse stats, because then you can repair your stuff, and that means that you have ultimately better stuff. So harvest that. I am always afraid that I'm going to hit repair by accident and lose the cloth that I've created. Did I have 4 pairs of socks? That's crazy. I really didn't think I did. Okay. Anyway, we might run out of light up here. So obviously without daylight you can't be darning things and so on and so forth. So we might spend so much time harvesting that we actually can't fix anything today, which would be frustrating. It would. Oh gosh. And as you get more tired, your ability to carry things also decreases, which is again fairly annoying. 1 hour, 30 minutes. What can I do? What's my lowest piece of currently worn gear? Probably these. So if I just get that quick repair with that, And maybe we'll see if I can fit in another quick repair as well. This is the thing, a repair doesn't always bring it to 100%. So let's repair that again. And then hopefully it should bring it to 90, 100. 100, great. Next up on my little list is probably the Ragged Windbreaker, so we'll do that. And probably won't be able to get anything else in. Ooh, can I? Ooh, I can. I can, that's good. But it is just gonna be pitch feckin' night when we stop. Great. Horrifying, the view that I get when... Okay, where's the bed? That's my question for us all. Bed! Great. I'm gonna sleep for 6 hours because I fear immensely. I know that the game wakes you up if you starve to death or die of thirst in your sleep. However, I don't trust like that. Nuh-uh. Not today. Not me. Let's find some water. Or... I'm gonna stick with water for now because water is good. And then get some salmon down me. Then I'll probably need to eat something else. I like to stay as close to completely full on everything as possible, even if that does mean that I'm technically going through resources quicker than I maybe need to. It's worth it from my perspective. So there we go, and then I am not fully rested, so we will be sleeping 5 more hours. Can you imagine in real life having to wake up in the middle of the night to eat something, because otherwise you'll die in your sleep? You have to set an alarm. Oh, I'm fully rested. It's very annoying to be fully rested when it's the middle of the fucking night, because, like, you just have to rest for the rest of the night time, unless you have a lantern, which I obviously don't. Have any of you seen me pick up a lantern? No. We don't have lanterns here. We just have sadness, I guess. Is that the dawn? Yeah, okay. I thought that was potentially an aurora. So obviously we're in Canada in the game. Occasionally, not eventually, there will be aurora borealis, you know, northern lights up in the sky. With this game specifically, if you're seeing an aurora, it means that all of the electricity inside of the houses comes back on, which it didn't used to do. But they've added that, and the first time that I played this game after quite a long hiatus, it couldn't run on one of my laptops, and woke up to all of the lights being on in this eerie green light, I did think the world was ending. I did, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I thought the world was ending. I thought that I had accidentally switched to a different kind of apocalypse game, but it's okay. It was just the aurora. Absolutely beautiful and absolutely terrifying. However, it does make for some pretty interesting kind of opportunities in the game, because when the electricity comes back on, people's devices will come back on. So let's say there was a laptop on this bench here, you would fully find emails on there, and you can look at the same computer during different auroras and piece together the story of who lived in that house. So it's pretty cool. It is pretty fun. It did freak me out a lot the first time, though. You know, the usual. Oh. It makes a clanging noise when I click onto it. I think it's really quiet. You guys might not be able to hear it. Clang. Cool. I was enamored by that briefly. So I'm going to, now that we have light, I'm going to... because I really want to get rid of some of the weight that we're carrying. So I'm going to break these down. Because also, I'd like the sun to get a little bit higher before you venture out. You know, like that high. That's good. There we go. See, that's broken down into materials, and materials are better for the environment. I guess, the environment. And let's maybe repair one of these. I'm going to wear that sewing kit out. I always wear out sewing kits in this game because I am, of course, obsessed with repairing all of my belongings. If I repair it one more time, we might not be over encumbered. This is the thing, I'm also just trying to get resources out of my inventory and into my gear, because that will mean that, you know, we're less likely to sprain ourselves. I would love to not get a sprained ankle. There we go, healed. Sprain risk from eating venison. Eat venison, you guys. It'll heal your sprain risk. Thumbs up. This is going to be a longer episode. I've decided already. I've decided now it's going to be a longer episode because it's episode 1 and we want to get situated in the game. That's the reason, and not because I've already started today and I've just realized that the days are like 40 minutes long if I'm not cutting out any gameplay. So, oh, it's windy. Yeah, so I've been into that house. I haven't been into the blue house over there. We're going to go into this house and the gas station. And then there's sometimes valuable stuff in cars, but it's not always worth stopping. And so I'm, you know, conflicted. I'm always conflicted on stopping. Coastal house and coastal highway. Oh god, that's not creepily dark or anything. Jesus. It's eerily quiet in here. I feel like every other house has just been normal quiet. This quiet is bad. I do feel like I'm about to die. What's your warmth bonus? Also 8. I think 8 might be the basic warmth bonus. Immediate sprain risk. I should have left the heavy hammer elsewhere. I'm genuinely quite freaked out by this house. Lantern!
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Okay, lantern. Absolute baller. Love a lantern. We love a lantern in this game. It gives you the ability to do stuff during the nighttime. These look good. Wait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That's good. You also move slower if you're encumbered, but I spend most of my life in this game encumbered. And I am also used to rationing space based on specifically having the well-fed bonus, which we don't in this specific instance. So, you know. Oh. Summit soda.
Okay.
Tomato soup. This is good. We might go back to the other house after this. I get attached to places, and I really shouldn't because this is a survival game, and you've got to stay on the move if you want to stay alive, and so on and so forth. But I'm like, I want to go home, even though you don't have a home. This is a survival game. Nothing in the microwave. There is occasionally stuff in the microwave, usually an already prepared cup of herbal tea, which you can then drink cold. Wouldn't recommend that in real life, but you can do it in the game for the calories. Though you will not get any of the bonuses, as far as I recall, from drinking herbal tea that you would get drinking it hot. I guess you might get herbal tea has a better rest bonus. You might get that. Simple Parker. I'll take that. Seriously, this one is silent. I've not heard her speak once. I'm not sure she's okay. Usually she won't shut up, like, with all respect to her. She won't. There's a chair. This house is creepy. I don't like this.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Those are fun. Actually deeply uncomfortable with this house. It's creepy, man. It's creepy. I don't like it. Ragged driver's gloves. I really should stop taking these clothes. I really don't need these clothes. I'm not going to take the leather shoes. My hoarding urges come out in this game. No spray paint. No scrap metal. See, I'm being brave. I'm being clever. I'm not even going to take the toilet water. I really should take toilet water. I just feel like I should. I feel like I don't want to starve to death. Starve of thirst. I don't want to thirst to death. I don't want to die of thirst. There we go. You know, that's not what I want. I need to stop picking up clothes. I do it automatically. Let's go back to the house we slept in. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because, did I touch that? Yeah. Let's do that. Because, you know what? Like, I'll drop some stuff there and we can use it as a base of operations for now, even though it's not the base of operations forever. Oh, this game. I love this game. This game is also so fucking creepy and also so fun, but also, like, so creepy in a lot of ways. And so I play it sometimes and I get freaked out and I'm like, why am I freaked out? I love this game. And then I stopped playing it for a little while, and I'm like, oh, I love the Long Dark. The Long Dark doesn't freak me out. And then, of course, it does, because the Long Dark does, in fact, freak me out. On some level. I am freaked out by this game. I think it's survival games, isn't it? You're living in a space that is unsettlingly empty, I suppose. Let's just really just dump all the clothes that we're not wearing. And also the heavy hammer. I am gonna dump the heavy hammer. We don't need that. And I will also dump the books because we don't need to keep that on us. And one of the antiseptics. Never dump matches, never dump fire materials. Wouldn't fucking dream of it. It's just not a good thing to do. Let's also put, you know, all of the cloth and cured leather in. Just, yeah. Cool, great. That just makes our life a little easier. I'm not dumping any food or water in case we get stranded somewhere. Same reason that I am not dumping anything that is like fire starting materials or, for example, the lantern. You can just get stranded in the weirdest places in this game. Some of the stuff that we're carrying has a very specific use, so I don't want to carry it around with me if we're not doing that use. Which is, again, something that I always forget in my other game, but c'est la vie. There's probably... Is that the way up to... There's a lookout post that's supposedly quite a good place for a base, though it is quite far away from most things. But I don't know. I don't know anything about Coastal fucking Highway, man. Hey. Nickel pieces, salted crackers. I'll take all of that. Have we found a grape soda yet? We probably have, and I just haven't commented on it. It's called Stacy's Grape Soda because of the YouTuber Stacy Plays, who I adored and still would adore and still do adore in nostalgia's sake. But I don't believe, I haven't seen content from her for a while. Her channel was certainly not active the last time I visited. I was obsessed with her Long Dark series. It was the reason I started playing the game. But every time, there we go, Stacy's grape soda. Stacy's grape soda. Every time they didn't used to be called that. They used to just be called grape soda, but grape soda was Stacy's favorite. And so every time, trail boots.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I don't think I need those. I don't think I need those. But every time... A fireplace? Oh, shit, dude. We have to stay here. Every time that she would find grape soda, she would get incredibly excited about it. And the devs who watched back in the day when this was not, like, a well-known, like, amazingly popular game, watched her playthrough and watched a lot of people's playthroughs.
This will come in handy.
And as a nod to the fact that she played so often and loved the grape soda so much, added the item, named it Stacy's Grape Soda. And I just, there's little things with this game that I think, to me, showcase how much it's a labor of love for the developers, and that's one of them. It's not the only thing, but it's one of them. It's one of them. I really think that kind of little nod to the community, to the early community, it just shows that the people that are making the game are, like, watch and care about the players and are listening, and I love this game. I know I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 times more. I love this game. I am going to actually leave some food here because we've got quite a lot. So, you know, let's leave these pork and beans. I don't think I'll need more than 2 cans. Some Pinnacle peaches, 1 Stacy's grape soda, a Summit soda, and some soup. There we go. And the fish, because I actually can't cook the fish anywhere else, so... And the maple syrup. Maple syrup, love that you can find it in the game purely because the game is Canadian. I don't think that's actually the only reason, but it does feel very fitting that the game where you break down in the Canadian wilderness is the one where you can drink maple syrup to survive. I'm actually going to leave that stuff
Here.
there, but it's good to know what's in that cabinet. Let's go get our other stuff. Although, actually, I suppose first let's go raid this place. But then, is there a chimney that I just missed on this house? Yes, lol, it's at the back. Okay. The theory holds up. The theory holds up regarding chimneys on houses. No, nothing in there. No mail. Right, let's go to this little gas station area. There can be some really good stuff in gas stations. I raided the Orca gas station on in Mountain Town on my Twitch save before it got nuked. But sometimes they can be shit, and sometimes they're full of stuff. Lantern fuel, peanut butter, pork and beans, ketchup chips, dog food. Don't like to eat dog food. I know, it's just a game. Even so, I just don't like it. I don't like to eat dog food. In this stupid game, where you have to survive, I will still use dog food as a last resort. I'm always suspicious of these big places, because in the earlier versions of the games, oh, I'm gonna need more time, I think, to explore this whole place, because this is massive, and there's a bunch of shit in here. I'm always suspicious of really big places like this, because in the earlier versions of the game, when the map was pretty much just Mystery Lake, we might have also had Coastal Highway when this was... wait! Hunting knife. Okay, cool. I'll take lantern fuel too. Simple tools. They're quite heavy, but I'm going to take them with me because simple tools are really useful. And there's a workbench here. Oh, it would be really good to settle here. There is a bed as well and a hacksaw. But the other place has a better bed and is within really easy walking distance of here. So I think 2 workbenches. Jesus. You don't need all
This stuff
that,
will
do
come in
you?
handy.
Come on, mate. Yeah, in the really early versions of the game, an area that was often explored and that people kind of went crazy for was Carter Hydroelectric Dam in Mystery Lake. Really, you know, really massive complex. I get lost in there all the time whenever I go in. It's just full of stuff, full of metal that you can break down, full of just everything, because it's massive. There, you can sleep there. There are fireplaces there, and though a lot of people didn't use it as a base, a lot of people did. It was also one of the rifle spawn points. I think probably it still is. I actually know that for certain because my dad found a rifle there. But that was a really, really big deal way back when. In that there were not a lot of rifle spawn points in the game, and the rifle was just the best item that you could possibly have. It still is quite a good item, as long as you also have bullets. It just allows you to hunt really easily. It's not the most... I think probably if you gave me the option, I would probably choose... This might be a rogue choice on my part. I would probably choose to have a bow and arrow and a good supply of arrows than a rifle and a good supply of bullets. Which feels like blasphemy because of the many, many years that I've been like, oh yeah, the rifle is the best item in the game. Or like guarantees that you can survive, or whatever shit I was saying way back when. But I think that having a bow and arrow, because arrows are reusable, and I think that's really what swings it for me, is that you can reuse the arrows, and when they're starting to break down, when they're starting to be low quality, you can then take the decision to be like, I'm gonna break this arrow down on purpose, and I'm going to remake it. You can just remake the arrow, and you get the arrowhead back, and that's the hardest part of the game when it comes to replenishing arrows. Everything else, as long as you can find crow feathers, I guess, and you can find crow feathers, you can find what are they called? Capsules? No, saplings. Saplings is what they're called. You can find crow feathers and you can find saplings kind of anywhere, kind of just around. So those elements of an arrow are really easy and really replenishable. Whereas the arrowheads are the part that are not replenishable in any way. You have to make those from scratch. You have to find a forging bench and a heavy hammer and all of the stuff and make a bunch of arrowheads. I have like 52 arrowheads on my Switch game because I took a bunch of metal and I forged as many as I could before the forge died out. Which, you know, baller of me, I think. Me personally, I'm pretty happy with that one. That was a banger move for me. But you know, that's something I was only able to do because I'd already been playing that one game and getting my skills up and getting my supplies up for 50 days before I left. And I also had to travel through one of the hardest regions in the game, from at least my experience. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt, I suppose. I think that I would still rather have the bow, because ultimately the bow is very easy to replenish as long as you have arrowheads and as long as you're smart with your arrows and break them down when you see that they're like getting low quality. You can't fix bullets. I mean, you can, but you need an ammunitions bench, and there's only like 2 of those in the whole game, and they're in the hardest regions of the game. I think there's one in Desolation Point, and there's one in Timberwolf Mountain, I think. I might be getting the really hard regions confused, but if you're going to be fixing up like some bullets, that's hard. It's going to take a long time, and you're going to want to do it all in one go, and you're going to need an ammunition bench, and you're going to need a lot of material, and you're going to need the casings and lead, and yes, they are undoubtedly, almost certainly better at killing the animals, but they are harder to keep working. A rifle without any bullets, a revolver without any bullets are both of no use to anyone, right? So that's my reasoning. That's my reasoning about my own personal blasphemy here in preferring a bow. But it's the ease for me, I think. It is. It's the ease of replenishment. I'm going to come back here and continue to raid this little garage area. But did I ever finish my Fluffy story? I don't think I did. Back in the day when Carter Dam... No? Yeah, Carter Dam. Carter Hydroelectric Dam was everyone's favourite place to be and everyone's favourite place to live, and it wasn't actually mine. I have always loved the camp cabin in Mystery Lake because it was a rifle spawn point. However, everyone went there at least once a playthrough. You did, because it was a rifle spawn point, and you're gonna walk past every spawn point. You have to do it. But the devs, I think, realised that it was actually almost making the game too easy. There was just a lot of resources in there, and I think there was a very big... Even if it wasn't actually making the game too easy, a lot of people were saying that it made the game very easy. Or that, like... It was becoming a touchstone for everyone. They were like, you always go to Carter Dam. You always go to Carter Dam. You have to go to Carter Dam. And so, I don't know if it was just a prank or if it was a genuine decision that they made, but it was definitely received in a very fun way at the time, was that one of the updates, without saying anything, they added a wolf to the inside of Carter Dam, just waiting in the entryway, and we nicknamed her Fluffy as a community. She had better stats than most of the wolves, so she could just kill you. And if you weren't really, it was like a boss fight. It was like a boss fight to get into an area with a lot of stuff in it. And I love Fluffy. Fluffy's an icon, if I'm honest. In the update where they removed Fluffy, because she's no longer in the game, she is no longer living in the Carter Dam. In the update where they removed Fluffy, they put a wolf corpse in her place. So, love you, Fluffy. Rip to a legend, I guess. I'm going to take the charcoal as well, because that means I can actually finally map this stupid area. But yeah, that's the legend of Fluffy, guardian of Carter Dam, and someone who will forever have my heart. Love that wolf. Truly, she was just a good dog, right? A note left behind. Yeah, I love finding notes left behind. I love Here's the thing. I was like, I signed up for a survival game, not a story game, right? Right? Love the story elements of this game. I love the story elements of this game. I don't want to play a full-on story mode. I mean, maybe I will. We could play Wintermute one of these days. I'm sure that that might be a fun experience for the channel. But me personally, me as a person, I'm here for the survival, right? We all know that. We all know that about me. I love this game. I love it being a survival game. Oh my gosh! Okay, so that's the threat of this area, huh? Let's just get inside really fast, actually. So that was a bear. Right, so, great. I was literally thinking this entire time, I was like, I don't know why such a good, like, lucrative base exists. Usually, I didn't want to drop that. I dropped it again. Can I pick it up and not equip it? Thanks. So yeah, okay, so yeah, that was a bear. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was walking around like, this area is really safe and fun, and there's so many resources, and there's a building there with a bunch of crafting benches and a lot of resources and a bed, and it's just kind of casually there. That's so weird. You know, usually there'd be wolves in this area. It's a bear spawn. This is a bear spawn. We've camped out in a bear spawn. It's okay because wildlife don't attack you in Pilgrim, but this is what I mean, because I don't see shit coming, and I don't know maps well. Like I'd be dead if this was a Voyager game. I would. We'd be dead, and I'd be screaming because of the jump scare, and I did scream because of this jump scare. You saw me. We were all there, and we all saw the jump scare. It was not a jump scare at all. It made a noise and ran away, but we all saw my reaction to that bear. It was not a good reaction for anyone. And this is why I play on Pilgrim. This is why I play on Pilgrim. I don't like when the wildlife attack you. I get so on edge. Oh, loving this house though. Okay, but now we know the actual difficulty of this area, so good to know. Let's put all our sewing kits away, not one of them. Simple tools, spray paint, spare lantern, wilderness kitchen. Great. So these are the things that I typically try and keep on me. Sometimes I don't take the bedroll places, but things we want to keep on us. I'm actually going to put the flare away because we have a lantern. Things that I try to keep on me at all times in this game: bedroll, can opener, charcoal, fishing tackle, hatchet, hunting knife, lantern fuel, and some kind of cooking implement. And a sewing kit. Recycled can is not your best cooking implement. You ideally want a cooking pot, but I saw one earlier in the game and went, I'm sure I don't need to carry that around with me. We'll find another one when we find a place where we want to settle. But we're settling here for at least a little while, and I haven't found a cooking pot, so that's on me. That's on me. We'll be sticking with our recycled can for now, but, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. It's good for the environment. But these are the things I try and keep in my inventory at all times, especially the hatchet, the hunting knife, the can opener. Charcoal, I just try and keep as much of it on me as possible because I like to map as much as possible, though I was freaked out in that moment where I was about to map, and I did not in fact map. I ran away from the bear instead. I think that's a good idea. I think if you have the option to be a cartographer or to not get mauled by a bear, and you could only choose one, I would personally choose not getting mauled by a bear, but maybe I'm wrong for that. Maybe I'm incorrect. We'll see, I suppose. That's just me, though. That's just me. But we'll try and keep these things on us for most of the game. I'll take the bedroll out if I'm going away and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know if there's a bed there, or if I don't know if it's going to take more than a day. Or if you're climbing a mountain, you definitely want a bedroll on you, because climbing ropes absolutely destroys your stamina and your sleepiness. Energy levels? That's what they call them, isn't it? Energy levels, not sleepiness. I don't need to carry all this food on me, but I'm going to continue to do so for my own personal security, like emotional security. We've got a little bit of sunlight left. I'm going to grab this book real fast. Burning books is really the best way to stay alive in this game. if I'm completely honest with you. Don't like that it's one of the best ways to start fires, but it gives you a really good high chance of starting a fire. Toaster. Can't break down the toaster. Can't take the toaster into the bath with you. Many things you can't do with a toaster. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking that I want what I want to do. Cup of coffee?
This'll come in handy.
That shit's frozen. Look at that. That liquid isn't coming out. All rights reserved. Hinterland Studios Inc. Hinterland. Oh! Dude, I'd have this mug in real life. I would. They should sell that as merch. Fucking love you, Hinterland Studios. Big up, Hinterland Studios. Love you guys. I keep saying Hinterland Studios. Is that actually what it's called? Has it gone into my... What? I just kind of want to hold it. Can I do that again? Okay, I dropped it. Hinterland Studio Inc. So kind of into Hinterland Studios. But I'm thinking, so what are the skill books that we have? We have Wilderness Kitchen, Field Dressing Your Kill, and Guns, Guns, Guns. I'm going to take those two. Because those seem to be... Those are, to me, the skills that we want to build the most. Field Dressing Your Kill is obviously harvesting carcasses. Very useful. We can come across deer in the wild at this stage of the game, and that's honestly vital. Because it gives you gut, which means I can make snares. And then if I can find a rabbit area, we're home dry, baby. Love you, love snares, love you snares, love that. Also, there's sometimes some deer meat on there, and you can make really warm clothing with deer fur if you get enough deer. Really, you want to be killing all the animals in this game. Because you can make really good clothes out of them, I won't lie. I am actually trying to hunt down a bear in my long-term save on my Switch. I'm just chicken shit, so I haven't actually started it yet. But that's one of the skills that we want to get up really early, because it just means that we're getting more meat off of each carcass that we find, which means that we're living for longer. Wilderness Kitchen's another good one, because it just means that cooking is better, and the things that we have cooked ourselves feed us for longer. If there was one on fire making, I'd be taking that as well. I'm not going to focus on guns, 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 because we don't have a guns, guns, guns. We have no guns, guns, guns. I also, while we're here, would like to... Oh. Okay, never mind. I do have my cloth. Leather. I was like, oh, did I leave it? I can't go back outside now because of the bear. There's absolutely no reason I can't go back outside. The bear wouldn't bother me, even if I did. But I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it, am I? Do I look like someone who's doing it? Because I'm not. Right. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here where the fire will be. We're not going to light the fire until it is dark, though, because I would like to get as much light out of this fire as possible, as well as much heat as possible. Can I prepare these? Or do I need a crafting bench for that? Acorn grounds. Heavy hammer! Ah! Wow, I have to cook them first. Do I have to prepare them for cooking? Prepare the acorns to remove their leathery shell prior to cooking. But it won't let me, I have to cook them first in order to make acorn grounds. Oh, they make for a wholesome but very weak cup of coffee. That I'm not actually trying to do. Prepared rose hips. Is there an option for prepared acorn? Yeah. Begin crafting. Probably not the most important moment right now, but I've never had acorns before. Must be cooked prior to eating or hammering to grounds for coffee. Look at that. I like acorns. Let's start with the probably the most important thing, which is continuing to prepare our clothes. Are the decent... Yeah, the worn wool socks are going to be better than the decent wool socks. I also had sports socks, right? Climbing socks. Oh, climbing socks are going to be really good, actually. Now that I come to think of it, climbing socks are really going to be good. Ah! No, those are sports socks. Lol. Oops. Yeah, climbing socks. Definitely better. Do we have any further underlayers? No, we do not. Jeans are not going to be better than cargos. New jeans are going to be better than old jeans. Thermal underwear is all we got. Windbreaker, parka. Yeah, driving gloves are the worst gloves in the game. Never wear them. Cool. So we're going to break down a couple of these things. I'm going to break down these. Oh. I guess we're going to drop them, actually, I guess. Let's break down this. Harvest it. I keep checking, because obviously I use OBS both for Twitch and for YouTube. I keep trying to check the chat room. I keep checking my Twitch chat room while I'm recording this video. Of course, this video is not live, so no one's talking back to me. No one's talking back to me. That's not horrifying at all. Just talking endlessly into a void. No one talking back. That doesn't make anyone go crazy. Cool. There we go. And we want to harvest the genes. And then get repairing. There we go. And then I want to work through the things that I think are going to stick around the longest. So Fisherman's Sweater, probably one of the better underlayers that we can get for torso, so I'm going to repair that first. Whereas when it comes to things like the jeans, I'm not as fussed about repairing those. They're not going to have amazing stats even fully repaired, and while I can continue to repair them, you know, it's not going to be the best thing that I can do with my time. It's nighttime. How am I still repairing? I can't bloody see. Like, can I... Just in the dark? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna say. Oh, okay, this room just get a bit creepy. Everything's a bit creepy in the dark, so I don't know why I keep commenting on it. Take the charcoal. Start a fire. Right, see, here's the thing. If I'm gonna do a cedar firewood, right, one of our starting pieces with 55% chance of success, we can make that go up slightly by using wood rather than cardboard matches. Tinder doesn't affect it at all. However, if I switch back and I instead use a book, that's 80% chance of success. So I'll take that. Is she gonna talk? She hasn't talked yet. Usually when she's lighting a fire, she's like, come on, little fire. And then if it fails, she's like, that didn't work. And she's not talking to me, and I'm concerned for my lady. Like, is she alright? Crafting? Fire-hardened arrow. Crude arrow, hardened fire fragile. Simple to craft, only effective against small game. That's incredible. Okay, that's new. That's in the new update, I believe. Oh, that's wonderful. That's incredible. Okay, I'm excited by that. Let's add the cedar firewood. We're not adding field dressing your kill. Right. That's really exciting. You didn't used to be able to do that. And so that's now a form of arrow that you can use without having to forge. So, win for the arrow truthers, me, the arrow truthers. I'm not going to heat up the coffee. I am going to heat up some food though. While we're here, I'm going to get some banged up tomato soup. We love a warmth bonus from eating cooked food. So that'll take 14 minutes, and then cook. I'm not going to waste anything else. Here's the thing, I could make like herbal tea and stuff, but that's just, it's going to be a bit of a waste of my time if I'm honest with you, because I don't need the condition regain from the herbal tea at the moment. My condition is 100, so it's not going to be the best use of my time. Let's drink some water. I would like to make some more, though we're actually doing quite well on water at the moment. And then I am going to pass time already on the soup. Eat the soup. Take the soup. Eat the soup. Love the soup. And then we get the warming up bonus. Woo! And I'm going to maybe hit one more repair. So I doubt that the fleece mittens are going to stick around for particularly long. Cargo pants maybe. Wool folk maybe. I'm going to start by repairing that. She's getting tired. See, she yawns, but she didn't talk. Can't repair in the dark. Okay. Well, I guess it's time for bed. No, don't place it. Can I light? Thank you. She is yawning, and you know, it is to be fair. Like, definitely bedtime. Look at this. You do see the house better, the houses in this game. Just generally better with a lantern than you do in broad daylight. And that makes sense. It's just always kind of funny to me. It's like, oh wow, there's facets to this house I never saw before. Really big tall ceiling. And then the ceiling in here is really not big. Oh, I suppose it is actually, just doesn't look it. Important chats with Slate. I really would like to eat something before we go to bed because I'm worried by that being too low. And now I'm gonna drink a soda to make back that thirst. Soda actually isn't very good for thirst, so we're gonna drink some water. It's a never-ending cycle. But you see how our carry ability has gone all the way down because we're fucking exhausted? Can I extinguish the lantern? Thank you. And then, I need to look down, get into the bed, and sleep for 8 hours. I have trust in my ability to not die through 8 hours of sleep. I think, probably. Is it light? Are we fully rested? Neither. So, cool. Sleep 2 more hours. Woo! Is it light out? Are we fully rested? We have survived for 3 days. Or in exact things, I believe it was something like 2 days and an X amount of minutes. But I can't. Let's see. 2 days it's counting that as. All time? 9 days? Okay, it's not that's not correct for my stats, for one thing, because I've definitely played Voyager. I've just never played it for very long. And, yeah, see, average calories per day is 6 in Voyager. I guess. But I've had way longer saves on PC on Pilgrim than 9 days, so I don't know what that's about. But regardless, we have survived 2 days and some amount of hours. I would like to read this note. The scrawled musings of a survivor who was here before you. Examine. 2 more joined us today. Seems their horse couldn't go any further. One of them's called Sheen. Sheen? One of them's called Sean. He's from Ireland. Not quite home, but close enough. Apparently he came here for an acting career. Best thing, though, is that he's got a bag of fruit pastels that he's going to share just with me. Probably for the best since everyone's so paranoid. The other idiots would probably think he was trying to poison them. I thought it would be safer this fun, or less people and all. Maybe I should leave. Interesting. I love the notes left behind. They are contributed again by backers of the game's development, and they're just so fun. It's just really fun environmental storytelling. It's nice to have some whispers of stories that you are not privy to. It makes the world feel, I think, alive despite the fact that it is actually quite literally dead, to be able to find all these notes and emails and things that were left behind by people who came before you, and you don't know where they are and you don't know who they are, but you know that they were in your position once in this game. I think it's really fun. It's a fun way of telling a story without telling a story, if that makes sense. But that being said, I think we're going to leave it here. Look at my mending skill. Yeah, we've done a lot of mending, to be fair. So, I think that we are probably going to leave it here for tonight because we have been filming for an hour and a half, and that is longer than any YouTube video should be, or at least any gameplay video. So, if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for sticking around this long. I appreciate you. I was going to tell you to put something in the comments, but I've decided that's cringe. Just tell me that you love me, I guess. I will see you all next time, and I hope that you have enjoyed The Long Dark. Yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell me you love me, and I will see you all on Wednesday.